Hey, what's up? My name is Matt Foreman. I am a virtual reality developer. Welcome to part 2 of the making of Quantum Mirror VR. I'm glad you're here. In the last video, I showed you what Quantum Mirror is. If you haven't watched that yet, there's a link to part 1 in the description. Please watch that first because it'll give you some very important background information about Quantum Mirror. In this video, we're going to get started creating Quantum Mirror VR. I have 1 month to complete this VR project from start to finish. Just to refresh your memory, here are the considerations that need to be made in order to get this thing finished in time for launch. I'm going to give you an inside look into some fast-paced VR development and show you some of my process. I'll do my best to explain things in a way that anyone can understand, even if you know nothing about game development. So, Quantum Mirror VR is going to be an interactive audio-visual odyssey. The VR experience will give people some context about Quantum Mirror before they go inside the Infinity Room itself. Also, Quantum Mirror VR is meant to just be a fun, engaging, and surreal interactive experience. In creating Quantum Mirror VR, I'm assisted by Amir Berengian, the CEO of REM5, Brian Skalek, the director of REM5, and Adrian Stein, the creator of Quantum Mirror. I'm the only developer working on this project, but our process is highly collaborative with everyone on the Quantum Mirror team weighing in as to what this experience will be. We've all agreed on a general flow of the VR experience, and we'll be shaping the finer details as we go. We've decided that Quantum Mirror VR will be an interactive linear experience about 3 to 5 minutes long, broken into 3 main sections, or acts. 1, the consciousness upload station, 2, the journey, and 3, the arrival. When someone first puts on their VR headset, they will find themselves in some sort of a futuristic consciousness upload station. This first area is meant to get the person acquainted with VR, show them that they're able to interact by moving their hands around, and finally, their digital consciousness will be uploaded to the metaverse. After the person is uploaded, they'll begin the journey portion of the experience. This will be a very surreal environment that will showcase some of Adrian's 3D art, provide some fun, trippy interactions for people to play around with, and there will also be some spoken narrative. Quantum Mirror, at its core, is about self-awareness through technology, so this notion will be woven into the journey sequence through the narrative and will inspire reflection about the blurred line between humans and technology. Finally, at the end of the journey sequence, the person will go through a portal of some kind and will arrive at the ending area. Your arrival at the ending area signifies your transcendence to a higher state of your own digital consciousness and that you're finally ready to experience the quantum mirror. In VR, the plan is to have a door open in front of you with white light emanating from it. You'll be told to take off the headset, and once you do, the real-life door to Quantum Mirror will be open, waiting for you to enter. I want you to come see this when it's ready. I'm hoping it'll blow your mind. So without further ado, let's get the ball rolling, set up our project, and start developing Act 1 of Quantum Mirror VR. I'll be developing this experience for the Oculus Quest 2. The first step is setting up the game engine. For those of you who are unfamiliar, a game engine is a software development environment for developing video games. Think of it like Photoshop, but you're building a game. The 2 most popular game engines that are accessible to the general public are Unity and Unreal Engine. Both of these are great options, and you can essentially accomplish the same thing in either one, so really it just boils down to user preference. By the way, both of these game engines are free, so if you wanted to, you could go download either one right now and start learning how to make games, given the multitudes of free tutorials that are online. That's how I learned how to make games. For this VR project, I've chosen Unity. Unity tends to be more widely used for smaller teams, and some people find the C# programming language to be more accessible than Unreal Engine's C++ programming language, which is a little more low level than Unity's C#. I'll be using Unity version 2020.3 and its universal rendering pipeline. Essentially, all you need to know is that this is the latest and greatest version of the game engine as of the date this video was filmed. When I'm building a new VR game, I personally find it really helpful to start out by building a construct environment. This construct environment is just a basic scene with a nice texture for the ground that goes off into the distance and some nice lighting. It's just an empty environment where you can create new game mechanics and test them out. Think of it like a test track, but for new game mechanics.
This is the construct. We can load anything we need.
For me, this is a lot more helpful than starting off with a blank Unity scene, especially in VR. So I've pulled in my construct scene from a different project I already had. Remember, I need to use what I already have in order to be as efficient as possible with my time. And the first thing I want to consider is how a person will enter and leave the experience. People will come to REM 5 VR Lab near Minneapolis, Minnesota, walk inside the futuristic looking entrance area to the quantum mirror experience, have a seat, put on a VR headset with a little bit of help from one of our VR concierges, enjoy the experience, take the headset off, and enter the actual quantum mirror infinity room. Then the next group of people will come in and do the same thing, and so on. The flow is similar to a theme park ride. This is a user-centric, high-throughput experience, and I need to make it as frictionless as possible. Imagine if you were at Disney World and you were about to ride a roller coaster, but before you could board, they had to unbolt the seat from the roller coaster, take it off, fasten you into the seat, put the seat back on the roller coaster, screw it back on, and then start the ride. Obviously, it doesn't work that way. It's completely automated. Even the safety bar comes down automatically, and there's just some light supervision by the ride operator. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this VR app. I've built a system where the headset automatically detects when someone puts it on their head, begins a recentering sequence, so all the action is right in front of the person, just like it should be, and then it automatically starts the experience. When the experience is finished, the person takes off their VR headset, the app detects this and automatically resets the experience for the next person without an employee having to do anything.
Resetting experience.
Wonderful. Now, onto the consciousness upload station. As I mentioned, this area is meant to get the person acquainted with VR, teach them that they're able to interact with things by moving their hands around, and then finally upload their digital consciousness. So let's start off with our construct environment. I pulled in the hand tracking tech from a different project, so that's good to go. The first thing I want to make is the part where your digital consciousness gets uploaded, since that is going to be the most impactful part of this first sequence. My initial thought was to have some sort of portal open above you and then come down on top of you to signify your digital consciousness being uploaded. So I want to do something like that, but I have a pretty cool twist in mind. Quantum Mirror sort of has this hexagon theme. The infinity room is somewhat shaped like a hexagon from a top-down point of view, and the futuristic-looking entrance area to the quantum mirror experience will also feature some hexagons. And I'm sure you've noticed the hexagon lights behind me. I'm going to carry that theme into the VR experience. Essentially, when in doubt, hexagon. So, using Blender, a 3D modeling program, I created a hexagonal ceiling with sections that can move independently of one another. Using some procedural animation driven by code in Unity, these sections of the ceiling can rise up, twist, come down, and the middle white part of the ceiling will serve as the portal that comes down on top of you and swallows you up when you get uploaded. Pretty wild. Then I made some floating letters that spell the word upload and gave them a cool holographic effect by using Unity's shader graph system. I pulled in a touch interaction system that I'd already made for a different project at REM 5 and made the letters touchable. So now when you touch each letter in the word upload, the ceiling rises up and twists just a little bit more. After you touch the final letter, the portal comes down on top of you and everything fades to white, signifying that your digital consciousness has been uploaded. I think this is a pretty creative spin for the upload sequence that should work nicely. Now I need to make this area look a little more like a futuristic consciousness upload station. I'm not in the polish stage yet since this is just the beginning of the project, so I'm going to use a sci-fi asset pack temporarily. I've placed the walls around the hexagon ceiling, changed the floor texture, and adjusted the lighting. Boom, good enough for now. Finally, we need some spoken dialogue to give this sequence some actual structure. For that, I'm going to use a service called typecast.ai to generate the audio voice lines that I need. With this service, I can choose a voice, type in the dialogue that I need, preview it.
Welcome to the upload station. For your own safety, please remain seated during this experience.
And then download the audio file. It's honestly pretty good quality, and I'm actually considering keeping this audio because it is some sort of an AI character in the experience. Now, as a placeholder, I'm going to use a floating robot character that came along with that asset pack, and this character will speak the lines. After some audio design in Ableton and integration of spatial audio via Steam audio, here's how things look and sound.
Welcome to the upload station. For your own safety, please stay seated during this experience. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, simply remove the headset to re-engage with the physical world. Greetings! I'm Dot. I'll be your guide today. Before we begin, please hold your hands out in front of you to familiarize yourself with your digital twin. There you go. Feels pretty natural for a bunch of code, doesn't it? You are now ready to explore within your new state of being. To begin your journey into the metaverse, please reach out and touch the letters, spelling, upload. Consciousness upload complete.
I'm really happy with how this turned out so far. Right now I'm in the gray box stage where I'm blocking everything out and getting the core functionality and structure of the experience up and running. I'll come back to do visual polish at a later stage, but so far I think this introduction sequence is feeling pretty good. It's starting to come together. Thanks for watching, and if you're curious about anything at all, please leave me a comment. I read every single one, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you found this interesting. Stay tuned for part 3, and I will see you. Hey, before I end this video, just wanted to share a quick update. It took me a little longer than expected to get this video done. A 1-month timeline for VR development tends to suck up all your time. Who'd have thought? Anyways, I'm happy to share that Quantum Mirror has launched. I did finish the VR experience in time, and it has been a massive success. We've been sold out every weekend so far. Part 3 will be coming soon, but in the meantime, here's a little sneak peek. See you soon.